believe the people have the power.
Well, we couldn't edit out that we don't have the 3-second rule or whatever it is, but Patty's getting the point across. Obviously,
Well, it wasn't Patty that was talking in the end.
Yeah, it was.
It was a man
her.
talking.
Huh?
That was a man talking in the end.
No, I think you should listen again, because she continued after she stopped singing. She started to say that the bottom line is, the future is now. You're the future, and basically get out there and vote. Now, this was Felix said from a rally in Chicago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, maybe.
And even years later, she's still spouting the same message. It's a message that is universal, especially every time around Election Day. You do have the power. If you would only stop and think for a second, that you have the power to make change if you get out there and do your constitutional bit, which is get out there and vote. No matter which way you decide to vote, the choice is always yours. Okay, thank God for that. People may try to sway you one way or the other. I used to have great arguments with my buddy who's now spending the winter down in Florida, but we argue politics all the time. Okay? Even Felix and I argue politics every now and then. Felix, as I said, is more of a moderate. I am more of a progressive. But that's the one great thing about America.
We could argue.
That's it. You have the right to argue. You have the right to, as long as you're not espousing the overthrow of the government and the Constitution, which really nobody is, you have the right to an opinion. And let's face it, opinions are like behinds. Everybody has one. I won't say that A word, but I mean, I've said it before, but I don't even know why I'm not saying it now.
I don't know, but that's up to you.
I know, but
that's
the bottom line is,
because you have freedom of will to say what you want.
That's true. That's true. But I know that this is family hour here. We go on at 9 o'clock, which is prime time, and don't want to turn anybody off by what I have to say or what you have to say. But we really would like somebody to either comment in the chat room or, call us up at 646-595-3275. We'd love to hear from you. Right now, Felix and I have been going on for about 35 minutes, barring intermittent songs, I guess.
That's true.
So, I'm about ready to take a coffee break. I know Felix is too. So either I'll let Felix have the mic for a little while, or he'll grace you with another song.
One of the things I did want to say was, people have the power, whatever it is. And we all have the right, when we all agree, that we can disagree. But what we all have to remember is we do have to go out there and vote. It's the only time where you, an individual, have a say in what the government is going to do and who's going to say it for us. You are voting for for yourself, for your representative, who hopefully will take your ideas and take them on to state senate, state congress, or the U.S. Congress, the Senate. Well, if you don't vote, if you have no opinions at all, you have no right to complain. And that's the bottom line. And the Republicans are very content because they know Republicans go out and vote just about for every election. And the less Democrats are going to go out to vote, the happier the Republicans are. So if you're a Republican, you got a good chance of your people winning because you guys go out and vote, which is great. Now the Democrats got to get up, get off their behinds, and go out there and vote. Because your people, the one you want to be in Congress to represent you, may not get elected. And somebody from another party which you don't like will. So, you don't really have a choice. You got to go out there and vote. Or just be dissatisfied like 90% of the people are dissatisfied with our government right now. And let's not make any changes and everything is fine. That's the only way I can say it. Now I'm going to play something that I like. It's nothing to do with the politics or anything else, but this is Chet Atkins with a little bit of his guitar strumming. That's what I call strumming the guitar. I really enjoy that. That's the reason I put that on. There's nothing to do with politics, but It's nice to hear that once in a while.
Well,
And I also want to discuss something with Mark. I didn't bring it up to him before, so this is going to be a surprise. But I haven't really heard anything about ISIS or.
I was going to bring that up with you too.
I don't know, and I haven't heard the news. Has there been any changes?
I have to tell you, I try to catch most of the talk shows. Sunday morning, 10 o'clock is This Week with George Stephanopoulos. 10:30 is Face the Nation with Bob Schieffer. Also, Meet the Press with Chuck Todd and The Union with Candy Crowley, and you have Fareed Zakaria, also on CNN. The bottom line is Ebola seemed to be the big thing this past weekend. I mean, that's all anybody was talking about.
And it only killed one person, and that one person's not an American. Not that it matters, it's still alive. And two people caught it, and they seem to be doing okay. All of the what's his name? The gentleman who passed away.
Thomas Eric Duncan.
Okay, all his family have been released.
Right.
From quarantine because they really, they didn't catch it. And, for 21 days or so, they were all separated from each other, too.
Well, one of the things that almost every expert, Anthony Fauci, the head of NIH, who some of you may remember back during the 80s, Anthony Fauci was head of the World Health Organization and prime figure in communicable diseases and the AIDS epidemic. Okay. Every expert has said that you have more to fear, from the ordinary flu than you do from Ebola.
Well, the ordinary flu is predicted to kill 52,000 people this year, as it does just about every year.
And we always seem to run out of flu vaccine. Okay, with Ebola, they said we're panicking about Ebola like we did with avian flu. With mad cow disease, okay, and anything else you could think of over the past 10 years, maybe. All right, and one of the things somebody posted was a picture in Washington D.C. I don't know if it was Dulles or Reagan Airport. Some person was wearing one of the clear, skin-tight raincoats, with a hood tied around their neck with a mask, and they're reading the paper, like you're going to catch it from the person sitting next to you.
Yeah, you don't know. Plus, this ship, I guess it started off in Europe, was denied entry because one of the women on the ship...
No, it didn't start in Europe. It actually started here, but they were bound for Belgium.
Yeah, they were
and
denied...
Belgium... Well, you said it started in Europe. They were denied entry into Belgium.
They were denied entry into Europe, into Belgium. And then they came back, and then they were denied entry in Mexico. And then this whole time, this woman volunteered to be quarantined, and then they came back here. She tested negative.
Well, that cruise company is going to be out quite a bit of money because... cruises are not cheap, and understandably
they're giving back
so.
Passengers only $200.
Well,
and discount on the future travel or something. They're not giving back a lot because the major part of a cruise is cruising, and they cruised. They were in the water for 2 weeks. You party for 2 weeks. That's what the cruise is.
I guess it could be worse, like that other cruise last year. The bathrooms could have not worked, and who the hell